Hey folks, Quillykin here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Air United, and we are very, very united here. I mean, except for all the rebellion, of course, but you know, other than that, this is like, that's fake news is what it is. All these rebels, people who want to separate from Air United, that would be disunity, and clearly doesn't exist at all. Man, every time I look at this world, I'm like, this is a messed up world. I love it though. Oh my god, it's so fantastic. And yeah, like now that we have more vision, right? Portugal always gets this thing. I don't think they start with Arguin, right? I'm trying to remember. I don't think this is one of the places they start with, but they do tend to colonize it fairly early on. And you got the islands and stuff. And like this thing, oh, this has been colonized, or is being colonized by the Portuguese. Would have been nice to maybe deny them that. But I mean, it's shocking how little Erp has moved into Africa here. I guess they've heard the rumors about the mighty Air, and they don't want to mess with that. We have 4 whole diplomats. We only have 2 on automated missions. We could probably enable that a little bit more. We're, you know, far from being capped on manpower. Like, we can do a little skirmishes and thing over here, but part of me is kind of okay with just banking up some more treasury here, getting more of those manufactories down now that we've got that. Let's take a look at our institution situation over here. Printing press has popped. We have 0 presence here, and in fact, it looks like it's going to be fairly long time before it gets there. We relatively recently did go and get a variety of techs over here. We should not be in disbalance. If we got one more admin tech before Diplo, we'd be in disbalance, and we'd have corruption issues and have to be paying that down, so we're really going to want to avoid it. I do have the focus set to Diplo because we're actually burning through some Diplo ideas. We've also got some innovative ideas here that we're going to be burning through. So I think that's going to be fine. The tech will be on a somewhat bit of a pause here. If we did sort of max out on military tech, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the universe to go up. Now, a few episodes ago, if I recall correctly, I think I was like, yeah, what would be my Diplo power dump? And I was talking about mercantilism. I forgot about one thing that's actually very potent, especially if you do it early, which could be a culture change. Some of these cultures are never going to be accepted cultures, and because they're fairly minimal. If we look over here, no, government, right? Right, these cultures that are fairly low down on the totem pole over here are never necessarily going to be accepted. Now, the ones at 0, it's because they're not state cores, they'd be territory cores. But like, for example, Akka. Now, the ones with the stars, they're in the same culture group, so it's not as bad. But this one here is not accepted at all. So we might want to convert the Akka over to the Tuareg. And that might be a really good investment, both in terms of stability, but also in terms of... Where are the Akka? I am confused. But I was going to say stability and also amount of stuff you get, because you can see we get 1/3 less tax and manpower and things like that. I'm confused. What does this represent? Oh, maybe they're not in the list because... No, why wouldn't they be in the list? I was going to say something about, like, state versus territory cores. There's got to be a reason. Are they currently being cored or converted? They might be in this weird in-between state. There might be something like that going on. But we could take a look at some of these, like Bambera. Like, we could look at it from that point of view. There's only 4 provinces there, and the Bambera, I mean, they do represent 6%, and we will be adding more accepted cultures, but, I mean, there's still, you know, we'd probably prioritize Songhai and Mali or something. So, anyway, if we do need a Diplo power dump, we will look into that. Anyway, apparently we've got some explorers ready over here, so we're going to go ahead and... cancel mission. Did I actually set you on a mission already at the start of last episode? Yeah, I did. Okay. You just hadn't gone yet. Yes, we're going to wait for the admin power to finish, and we've got a couple of token troops there because of the building at some point. We are sitting on places that we are settling over here, which I'm very happy about. Oh, these ships here can be reissued. I was leaving them parked because I didn't want to spend my sailors. That's right. Because we need some of our sailors for exploration missions, which I do want to finish. Now... we've got enough for buildings. I am probably going to want to save up for the manufactories, which, again, double bang for your buck, because with the manufacturings, when you get to manufactories institution over here, I think I can pop anywhere that there is a manufactory, but also, and more importantly, and more practical, I'd say, I think it auto spreads the institution anywhere where the manufactory shows up. So it just means you'll get it at that point, which is going to be pretty nice. So even if it doesn't pop where we are, it doesn't really matter. As long as we've got manufactories, it'll spread the love. All right, so we'll bring it back up to speed 4. You brought back home. I'm going to go ahead and... So a couple of threatening countries, it's going to be okay. We don't... I guess we do have some allies. I don't know, put the job in there. Here go to Tlemcen, which is already at 200 overall, but I guess it's fine. Religious disorder. Liège is eating Burgundy. Austria's over here into France, actually, into traditionally France areas. Burgundy, I don't remember. You're allied to France? You're not a vassal or anything like that. You seem to be independent, as far as I can tell at a quick glance. Is this the... Oh, Augsburg. I thought this was the Ottomans going and eating some more stuff over here. Occupied by Russia. Russia, which is the lesser partner in a union with Poland. Yeah, that's not terrifying. Docks. Right, I did build a bunch of docks so that we could actually increase our sailor count. Good, and I think at this point, we're making enough. We'll be able to do some more trade and things. That's the native uprising over here, which is perfectly fine. In Benin, do we still have rebellion? Yeah, we still have unrest, so I can't drill you. And over here, you're still parked here for unrest busting as well. Yeah, so no drilling going on. Boom. Spend that some more. Boom. I should double check, just on the off chance. Which one's the building one? Right there. That there's not a super valuable... Oh yeah, see Kala over here. That's worth putting that down right away. In fact, the plus 0.1 O's might be worth building right away rather than saving up for the manufactories. And in fact, I think that very much is the case, actually. Because manufactories cost almost 5 times as much, and they're going to give me about 5 times the income, but this will be done just sooner. So we may as well do the 0.10s, maybe even the 0.9s, just so that they do start turning the profit as soon as possible. Although I think the manufacturers do let you double dip with the trade. Because I think the value they show you is the value you'll get from production, but if you also have the trade power, I think because it adds actual number of goods, it's not just production efficiency. Still, we're going to go ahead and finish those. It's going to be okay. Do I have a loan? Take loan. Don't have any loans. Good. Right. Yeah, this is terrible. You never ever want to take this option. This just moves the tax base around. It's actually going to move it to our capital, which is fine, because clearly we have buildings over there. We have finished exploring some more seas and things. Let's do some... Oops, that's not the button I want. Explore. Not circumnavigate. Here, we'll do some coast stuff over here. I'll just keep grabbing whatever's at the top. Like, there might be some reason to incentivize one over the other. Although, you know what? The coast popping's kind of good. We can see some neighbors. We also keep an eye on those dirty, filthy Erpians. Make sure they're not doing anything. I mean, I don't know how we respond to whatever we might see. But, you can finish the last core. Excellent. Wonderful. We can start accruing these points once again. Oh, wait. Did something just change color? Is that Great Britain? No, that's Aragon. Yeah. Boom. Go with this. Exploration, good. What's this? Military treaties. Good read. Loyalty and military power, or professionalism. I mean, professionalism is a really good long-term investment, admittedly. And you know what? Right now, we're not craving the military power, which is a little bit of a weird thing to say. I mean, the next level is actually really important with the tactics, and this, and that. Professional's really good because you get big boosts and we want to gain it over the course of the game. You know what? I will hit this. Now, I think, okay, leader, generalship, but otherwise we're pretty much just chill. I suppose we could do this. Actually, we could do that and improve your loyalty at least, even though there's not much else going on. Growing cities with this loyalty, gain tax base. Oh, he gives it to the merchant guild. Yeah, but it's got the tax base, not production. Interesting. So this is Segu. What's the deal with Segu? It's inland. It does have a lot of base... Well, it has a lot of everything. 2 base tax. I mean, it's going to make the autonomy floor 25%. It's going to give them a bunch of influence. Now, if their influence... Well, it increases... Yeah. The merchant guilds. If your influence is higher, I could hit this button. Alright, you know what? Screw it, let's do it. Didn't it say it was going to increase their... Oh, did it increase it to 18%? Oh, well, for crying out loud. Well, whichever. Alright, fine. Empire Triumphant. War of the Religions. Oh! Catholicism is the HRE. Now, that's not really a surprise, because the entrenchment of, like, Protestantism is fairly low. I mean, it's about half Protestant, half Reformed, and then a good amount of Catholic, including some powerhouse nations being Catholic. So, yeah, it's not really a surprise that that might win. Mosque is done over there. Let's go do another explore round over here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So sailor counts keep going up. We're now gaining 11 per month. Okay, so I'm going to feel fairly comfortable about sending you back to protecting trade in the Ivory Coast. And we'll probably build more ships, although I'll probably still prioritize the buildings before the ships. 32% control of the Ivory Coast, and it's getting a little bit more valuable as we go. I mean, we're still losing out on a fair amount of trade, but not, you know, that much. Circassia is going to attack the Great Horde. Well, good for them, I suppose. We'll get the .9ers. Army's under attack, that's fine. Can purchase an ability. Resistant to Reformation doesn't matter. Blockade impact on siege might be worth picking up for some of this coastal stuff. Other religion... I mean, there are still... These are fetishists. It might have some value. Merc discipline, I don't really care about. Ship trade power propagation. We don't have a ton of ships. Oh, the Oh, no, we already got the institution spread, right? Free prestige every time we missionary something is also nice. I think, though, I don't know if the war score is going to matter so much, because I don't know if these countries are big enough that we care. Oh, Portugal's down here. That the war score is really going to be a limiting factor. I think, even though there's not that much coastal stuff, including forts. You know what? Never mind. I'll just take the war score one. Sure, whatever. Alright, that's done there. You're regrowing that. Diplomats are cycling. Mosque is done. We're now making 18 ducats. Gold ducats per month. Alright, and again, it's still we're still gonna be a little bit on the chill side here for a little bit. We've got tons of really, really good investments. I mean, when our manpower starts to cap out, we'll probably do some crap then. We'll probably move down here. Especially, we don't want them to become protectorates or anything like that. That would be kind of awkward. Depletion of the European beaver. Insert joke here. I think I've got claims on stuff. I clearly have at least one, because it would cost me 25 for this. I don't have any here, though. Oh, I don't think I actually saw these guys for a while. But now we can. Yeah, sure, we'll get you. And yeah, the temples just build a lot faster. They just take fewer days to produce. So you start to gain their income faster than the manufactories. So I think I'm fairly pleased with doing this. Fur is going to attack Siena. All right. Aragonese, Papal States, Milan getting bigger. Aragon, Particularist. I actually don't know what they push for. We've got goods, we've got conversions. Oh yeah, let's keep convertifying. Ooh, these are pretty expensive. I don't think we have an Inquisitor. No. No. I mean, we could get the half price level 3 whatever, which I guess we could afford. I mean, it'd be a lot more Monarch points as well, which ain't bad. How are we doing force limit wise? We could build up, but I think I will actually wait on that. Explore. Keep doing this. Is it North Atlantic coast? Yeah, I guess it's probably going to pop Greenland or whatever. Not terribly important, but again, we'll just pick things like that. Yeah, I'll keep spending the money rather than boost the army. So I said I'd kind of stop at the 0.9s. The 0.8s, like if we did the math, might still be worthwhile. We'll do the production center in Segu over here, because that's actually worthwhile as well. But I think after this, we're going to go back to saving up for manufactories. War of Religion in France. Went with French moderates. Okay. There's also some skirmish. Oh, Morocco's going after Grenada. Morocco's going to be powerful. Of course, they're one of my allies, so I don't mind that too much. Colonial range is not a big deal for us, but we're going to go for it anyway. We're particularly looking for the global settler increase. This is also going to give us our 10% production efficiency, which is going to be really nice. Boom, boom, boom. So next month, we'll see what that ticks. So it's 18.15. Bountiful harvest. Nice. 18.93. Not bad for basically free money, and more free money over here, which will help us get to the manufactories. I mean, there's more sort of financial trickery. It might even be worth taking out loans to finance manufactories, but I think I will hold off on it. These colonies are ticking along well. Yeah, having a second colonist would really be nice. It would be great. We're going to try to secure as much of the coast as possible, block out Europe as much as possible, while still connecting our territory. I mean, we could focus on sort of leapfrogging this way, so that we could get out to the Far East, and it might be worth having one of our colonists dedicated to that, while we keep our second colonist and the extra colony we're probably always going to do at the same time focused back home just to solidify our borders, which I think I'm kind of okay with, especially in the Ivory Coast trade node. Finishing that is a huge value. So I know there's the 21% over here. I'm going to go ahead and push the button for military tech. We don't have another sync for it, and it's a very powerful technology. The tactics are incredibly important. And, of course, getting a new class of warriors here is going to be good. I'm going to err on, African Plains warriors. Sure. Again, I look for mostly the fire and shock pips rather than morale. Although morale is also powerful for other ways and things and whatever. But we're just going to be, try to inflict as much damage as possible. Who needs to tank morale? Pfft, not us. Exploration done. If the natives did rise up now, it'd be a little bit awkward as they're going through the transition, but even then we'd probably still be okay. We have access to a lot of sea stuff. And one of the things we're going to try to do, maybe actually rather than do any coastal stuff, I'll focus on all the sea provinces, because if we get enough of the sea popped, we could probably do in circumnavigation. I should say we could possibly do a circumnavigation. So keep saving up for manufacturing here. Manpower's getting up high. Oh, those are actual rebellions over here. They have a leader, we don't, but we're going to be okay. France wants military. Sure. Actually, you're fighting Aragon? That sounds great. Although, we don't want you taking over the Gold Coast. Speaking of, do we actually have a claim on there? We don't. You're idle because you don't have anything automated to do. We're going to go ahead and send you here. We're going to make sure we've got claims on the Gold Coast territory over here. Because the fact is, if Aragon's at war now, this actually might be the ideal time to do it. We're clearly not going to go and hit them at home. Although we might be able to get some allies in on this. There might be different ways. If we just sit on this war goal, all we're looking for is one province. It's actually not that valuable a province. But still, it's going to help us just solidify our borders, which is what we're looking for here. You have enough stuff to fabricate a claim, so let's do that. And then you can keep going. That's going to be okay. Who are we sucking up to? Is that Castile? Yeah, I mean, actually. Ooh, debased currency. But I was only printing a little. So we get some inflation, which is sitting high enough for us to justify dropping that by 2. Excellent. So our income per month keeps going up. I mean, we spent some points that we might have preferred to, spend on something else. But I don't know. We're doing okay. Don't mind this. Exploration is finished. Explore. Let's focus on just the sea tiles over here. And I mean, there's some that are more valuable for doing the circumnavigation stuff, but then I would need to read. Okay, one more month tick, and we can start on this. Excellent. Yeah, and we get all the cloth stuff. Okay, get it done. Get her done. Yeah, the Aragon one. They have rebels. They're at war. We'll keep going towards legalism. That's still fine. I'm very happy with that. I mean, they might decide to land somewhere else, but I'm not too worried. I think I was still talking about building a fort over here in Techroar just to guard this coast a little bit more effectively. And I think that's still going to be the plan, actually. I'm going to go and not be able to build something unless I pump up the development in one of these provinces. Is that what I want to do? I mean, I could build it here. It's not like we're going to use the building slots for anything else. It does provide a gap, though. People can run through Wolof and Gallum to get through things. I mean, the AI can kind of ignore forts anyway. And they'll probably still stop for the fort. Actually, that's right. I think my plan was to do it in the desert because it would have less supply and therefore be more painful to siege. You know what? I'm going to do that. Screw it. Done. That way I don't have to... oh, it's 191. That's right. But yeah, I am going to do that. Now you can fabricate a claim on the Gold Coast. Excellent. You can stop building the spy network to get our spy back. And do we just go for it? No one rests there. I think maybe. Just waiting for our diplomat to return. So Oster will defend them. But, oops, we're not going to promise anything. We don't have to. We're going to bring Tlemcen and Morocco both into this war. I don't think we need it, but I'm going to go... You know, they're not going to be... Well, okay, there's going to be all this Aragon over here. I was just thinking, like, there's not going to be a lot of it left. But we're going to do this. I mean, our only goal truly is to take this. And the thing is, we could just walk over here. Which bit of this is actually Aragon? They have Tech 12. We're at Tech 12. We got the rebellion over here, too. Huh. This episode got kind of interesting. I'm actually going to do war taxes. I think because we're going to be waiting for a lot of like ticking to go on over here, I think it'll last long enough. I'm okay with burning a little bit of military power, especially since we're sort of going to be capped on military likely soon. And I'd like the extra money to be able to continue to develop buildings and whatnot. Occupies good Gold Coast. You know, we're going to move more people over here. The thing is, especially right now while they're at war with France, and I know that this is not where the crossing is, but I'm just blindly moving them to the fortified highlands, which is going to be the safest place to maybe blind move my troops here. So I got to leave these guys here. And yes, I will go ahead and build the fort here as soon as February ticks. I think long run, we're going to be very happy with that. Even though it's spending money now, and there's going to be upkeep over the course of the game, I think it's going to be for the best. Hey! Industrious! I can get 1 tax and production in Benin. Nice! This is it is a state as well. Good, good, good. Very happy about that. That is a lot of dudes about to land here. That being said, I think they actually changed their mind. Because that was dudes, right? I mean, I saw the ships going over, but I don't know. Maybe it was just a stack of ships and I misinterpreted it. It's certainly possible. But I don't know. Now I'm starting to doubt myself whether or not I actually saw people thinking about landing. Explore West Indian Ocean. Oh, that's coast. Cancel. Explore West African Sea. Okay. Good. What's this idea? Less war exhaustion. I mean, we're going to need some admin to core, but it's going to take us a little bit before we get there. Yeah, no, I think that's fine. And who doesn't love optimism? I mean, if you don't love optimism, then there's something very negative and wrong about you, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, they're stacking up over here. That's not ideal. There you go. Yeah, it's interesting that the desert tile here doesn't actually attrition us right now. Diplomat has returned home. We're just going to leave you open at this time. We got disloyal estates. But no one's complaining about their territory, right? No, that's good. Rebel uprising. We actually have some Luangan separatists soon. In Luongo... Oh, down here. Boom. There we go. No separatists. Yeah, okay, good. That would have been kind of annoying if that had popped. That's their capital. I mean, we could pre-stand here, which I think I might do. I mean, we don't have any ports over here. I suspect our first trio of ships will get sunk as they pop some stuff, but that might be all. Now, they could potentially block... Well, no, they can't blockade this because Morocco controls both sides. Tolerant will be handy for a lot of the rebellion stuff. I might actually want to wait until my guys group up a little bit, finally. Although Tumkin is moving forward. When this war ends, yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what the situation is. Could you imagine... If France eats enough of Aragon, it might be possible to vassalize them. The thing is, I think there's just going to be too much of them. And it's not going to be possible, but a boy can dream, right? And on that note, with our first war against a European power, we're going to put a cut in here. I mean, we should end up with at the very least the Gold Coast, but who knows what else might happen. This is too far away for us to core. But maybe, somehow, I don't know. We could force them to release a bunch of stuff, too, just to break up Aragon, make them a little less threatening, which might be good for us in the long run. We'll see. Thanks for watching. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.